Oh, hi YouTube, it's me. Today we're talking about regulating your own screen time. Now, this is something we all have to work on in the age of the phones to avoid getting stuck like doing this. For a lot of our time, we've got to work on regulating our screen use. So I'm going to start with some examples of times when I've seen really bad examples of regulating screen use, and you've probably seen this too. So a mum or a dad pushing their kid in the supermarket trolley, and the kid is on the screen. So this time when the mum is in the supermarket with the child is a great chance for them to communicate. They sit up in the trolley facing the mum. They could be talking. The mum could be engaging with them and teaching them about the shopping and asking them what food they want, and just generally just socializing and engaging with each other. And they have this screen as a barrier. Now, even if there is no talking and engaging to be done between the mum and the child has a lot of things that it can observe. It can look around. It's not boring at the shops. You can look at, the other people. You can look at the shelves with the stuff on them. We don't need to be entertained the whole time. It's just about observing what's happening, and you learn by looking around in the world, being curious and observant. And putting a screen in front of a kid when they're at the supermarket, to me, is just a really bad example of screen time regulation. Another one is when you're out to dinner with your kids. Now, admittedly, small children, you don't want to be sitting at a restaurant for a long time with them, because that's not fair to have them sit there nicely for a long time. But for a short time, if you're going to a place where you know the food comes out quickly, you don't need to have them on a screen while they're waiting for their food. It's fine for them to wait 5 or 10 minutes or even a bit longer. When you're sitting around at the table as a family, you can talk to each other. You can look into each other's eyes and talk. So definitely no screens. You've probably seen this too. No screens at any table. So what we start to talk about is rules. So anytime you want to change our behavior and we're stuck in bad habits, we can really think about rules. So we all have rules. We have rules. I'm obviously not going to be looking at our phone when we are talking to our friend, because we're talking to our friend, so our phone's not going to be there. We obviously don't look at our phone when we're driving, because obviously that's against the law and it's very dangerous. So we want to bring those kinds of rules around. So just about setting a commonplace ritual or rule at the house that at our dinner table there's no screen time. And then you can extend that to, if you're eating, you do not look at your screen, because how comfortable is it to be, maybe you're at home and you heat up some nice food for yourself and you sit there with your screen. So you're really double dopamining yourself. You've got the dopamine from scrolling on your phone or watching a show, and you've got the dopamine and the good feelings that come from eating. You don't need both. And when you're watching the phone, you can't be concentrating on your food. You can't be enjoying the taste, the smell, the flavor, and actually mindfully taking in the food. You actually can't be doing both. If you're watching the screen and focusing on that, the food is just a mindless activity, and that's when we're going to eat too much. We're not going to be able to tell when we're full. And it really is just reinforcing that bad behavior. So for our food, we want our eating to be a process, mindful eating, where we enjoy the food and taste the food. It's so tempting to turn the phone on when you're eating, but here's a challenge: turn it off when you're eating, while you're eating or just eating. I would even say the same for walking. So our brain needs white space, so it needs space to decompress. So if you're constantly listening and watching to stuff and then talking to people and then working, your brain has no downtime. So you might want to choose one activity, whether it's catching the bus, catching the train, or walking. Just find one time of the day when you don't have your screen on, because I use my phone, I broadcast podcasts and stuff when I'm cleaning the house, because I don't really like cleaning, but I have a rule that when I go for a walk, I don't listen. I just have that time to spend time in nature, to kind of be with my thoughts, noticing the sky, the colors of the trees, the leaves, and that's a really helpful thing. So giving yourself a break, choosing one activity that you're going to do where you don't do screens. yes, you might want to do it for exercise. You might want to say, well, I'm allowed to do it if I'm lifting weights, but if I'm walking or running, I'm not listening. So make some rules that suit you. And then as a family, it's really nice to program screen time together. So what I wonder is when the mum's in the supermarket pushing the trolley and the kids on the screen, the mum isn't getting their screen time because they're doing the shopping. But when they go home, I'm guessing the mum is going to want to have some screen time. So what's the kid going to do then? So I think it's nice to have the screen time together. So, you know, while you're not having the screen time, spend time with the kids, use that as talking time. And then later on in the day, when everyone gets tired, maybe have an hour or two where you just sit and chill and everyone has their screen time. So if you program it as like an activity in the day, then you get it all at the same time, and then the other time is kind of screen-free time. I think also for kids, you want to encourage them to self-regulate. So you want them to check and see how they're going. But if they're watching you though, the way that you use your screen time is also very important. Oh, the other one is to use screen time as a reward. So once you get all your hard jobs done, once you've created something, made something, done your work, done your homework, cleaned up, then you get your screen time. So using it as a reward, not using it as all day. Another one is to delay when you start using it in the morning. So have some time in the morning for reflection, some time for reading and taking in the day, getting ready for the day, getting some sunlight in your eyes before you have screen time. So just delaying it. So we're delaying it, we're creating rules, we're blocking out time for it, and we're being mindful about what activities we choose to use it with and without. Oh, the other one is in the car. I don't think screens are good in the car either. It gets the kid used to looking at their phone in the car. So we have a no phones in the car rule. Obviously, you can have your phone in the car, but you're not looking at it. You're not scrolling while you're in the car. So you're just looking out the window. There's a lot to see. You get to observe what's happening outside the window, and you don't need to be on your phone. So these are the kind of tips and tricks that I use for regulating my own screen use, that of my family. I hope you found this helpful. I think it's a really important topic. I feel like if we're constantly on our phones, we've become very impatient, because on our phones, if we don't like this short on YouTube, we can flick to the next one. If we start a movie and it's boring, we can flick to the next one. So we become very impatient with ourselves and with others around us if we're constantly on our phones too much, and on our phones, we're the boss of everything. So then when we come into the real world, we're interacting with our friends and family, we have to get along. And so having time off the screen, slowing things down, fostering patience is really important. Okay, I hope you enjoyed my thoughts here. Let me know how you regulate your own screen time in the comments below. Great to see you, YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with a friend if you think it would help them. All right, take it easy, YouTube. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.